Hi, Trevor here, reflecting on life through music. Thank you for stopping by. Well, coming again today, you're very, very welcome. I trust you're all well and you enjoyed my last video on Jars of Clay. Through this song, Flood, we looked about being overwhelmed by life, so I trust you found that one encouraging, particularly if life is overwhelming right now. We're going from there to 1972 in Minnesota. His life wasn't so good growing up. There was a pretty bitter divorce through his parents. Because of that, he started to stutter, and he's been on record to say that it's actually through this weakness I've actually found my strength. And the fact that you can actually sing while you're stuttering is pretty cool. You can kind of just get through it. And because of the divorce, his mum was getting singing gigs on the road in bars, and so very much his childhood was on the road. He did do some youth ministry work, and it was around 1999 he thought, well, actually, I want to pursue music full time because I'm writing some songs. It's all kind of happening. And because of that, he's been collaborated with some pretty amazing people, including Jeremy Camp, Sanctus Real, Michael W. Smith, Stevens, Curtis Chapman. The guy we're talking about is Jason Gray. He did get signed eventually in 2007. Out came the album All the Lovely Losers. This is the album where I met Jason Gray. I was particularly taken just with his naturalness, his easygoingness, and just his simpleness. But there's something quite compelling about the simpleness. It just gets through all your defences really, and gets you right where it counts, and that's in our heart. And it was a really beautiful album, this one. I think a bit of a testimony to where he was with his own life at this point. All the lovely losers, absolutely. Of that album, we've got Everything I Own. It's a live version, bit of a fan video clip. This one is a classic case of what would I do to be pure in heart, to be wise, to be patient, to be kind, to have all of these attributes that make us compelling and wonderful human beings. What can I do to just be the best person I can? Well, I give everything I own. And because Jason is a man of faith, he talks about what had been done to him as a guy that gave everything he had for him. So we've got a live version of that one. 2009 out came Everything Sad Is Coming Untrue, and that album we got More Like Falling in Love. We've got a live version of this one here. They're talking a lot about belief, but not belief of the mind. He's talking about belief of the heart here. I must admit, I'm right with him on this song. I've got to actually feel it. I've got to experience. I've got to know it. I just don't want to be heard. I just don't want to hear about it. I want to experience it for myself. And, I don't want to be just thinking, oh, this is all nice. I want to be absolutely captivated by my beliefs, which is something I've been looking for the last long time. It's certainly really great to know that that's kind of where I am right now. So, no, belief is a pretty amazing thing, how we can actually, he can keep us going, get us up when we need getting up, and all the rest of it. So we've got a live version of More Like Falling in Love, talking about the captivatingness of belief. 2012, so we've got a live version of that one. 2012, out came the album A Way to See in the Dark. What a great album title that one is. We got off the official clip of Nothing Is Wasted. That's probably where I want to go today. Nothing is wasted. Nothing. You think, oh, what about the bad times? No, I don't really want to think about the bad times. We do go through bad times, and when do we learn the things we need to learn though? Is it in the good times? Well, often not, because our brain is just so happy and content that it doesn't need to think about anything else. It doesn't need to think about, am I learning anything here? Or, we just go through life as if everything is amazing. And, when things are good, why wouldn't we want to do anything else? There's probably no learnings to learn except to just always tweak where you're at, because as human beings, we want the good stuff to continue, don't we? We don't want to kind of get to the end of them. We kind of want to keep them going, which means if we want them to keep going, we need to tweak ourselves as we go to work out how we can keep things going. Because you know what? And often that tweaking happens, interestingly, from the bad times. You think, well, I didn't do that thing quite so well last time, so what am I going to do to make it better this time? I've had some learnings of late, just a little bit with driver's licenses, and I had my driving assist a little while ago because it's just what you do when you need to learn things. And the guy said to me, you're not looking up enough. Particularly when you're turning at traffic lights, you're doing a turning lane and the light goes from yellow to green to red, sometimes really, really quickly. You're looking at the car in front of you, not at the traffic light. And I must admit, I could have said, oh, get on your bike, mate, whatever. No. I thought to myself, yeah, I reckon I am looking at the car in front as opposed to the traffic light. So, you know what, nothing is wasted. And I certainly do appreciate, in moments when, licenses can be a bit of a sting at a time to think, oh God, I've got to be able to drive. So what do I need to do to tweak things so I continue to do that? And, I'm feeling really encouraged and I suppose a bit more centered and strengthened in my driving because of that. We're not talking about speeding down the road at 50 million miles an hour. It's not that sort of thing. It's more like, just yellow lights changing just as I'm getting to them. That sort of thing. It can be quite frustrating because you never quite know how long the yellow light's going to stay on for. So what do we do to minimise any risk there is to that? Maybe not to the corner at all. Sometimes that could be a way around it. But, I'm really thankful for that driving assessment yesterday because we do learn things. Nothing is wasted. Absolutely nothing. And if I look back at my bad times, think, oh yeah, that was a bit of a thing. But what did I learn from it? What's my learning? What's my lesson I need to learn? As I've said a few times in the past, what's our interaction? How's our interaction with love going? Don't think about the last relationship. Oh, that person was an idiot. They weren't very nice, all the rest of it. You still love them at some point. So what happened to that? And we always need to consider the context of the bigger picture of these sort of things. Nothing is wasted. Not the bad times, not the good times. Nothing is wasted. So it's a great reminder to all of us that every lesson that we take. So we've got the official clip on that one. One of the lines of that song, when hope is more than you can bear, interestingly, that four-letter word can really bring some people undone. They're holding on to a particularly tragic situation. And, they haven't learned that sometimes we need to let things go. But human nature has this incredible ability to hold on and to hope. But sometimes we need to let go. Could be some bitterness that you've been holding on to for years and I can't even remember what the bitterness was. But nothing is wasted. Nothing in this life is wasted. It's all there for us to learn. So I've got a really amazing official clip on that one. 2014, out came Love Will Have the Final Word. And it's a very, very good album, that one. And we got an official clip from that album. So, again, what I love about Jason Gray is just his voice, just the easygoingness of it, just the unassumingness of it. He just does what he does really, really well. But as you can see from the live clips, he's got a pretty amazing voice. And he certainly made his mark on the world, absolutely. In fact, he's had quite a few albums. There were 3 independent releases, and between 2007 and 2020, there's been 7 studio albums and 21 singles. So there we go. He's done pretty well in the scheme of things. And as I've talked about a little bit of late, music is a collaboration of a number of people, and Jason certainly has made his own contribution to music, absolutely. So the links to those 4 clips are in the description below, and I've also included my last video from Jars of Clay, so if you want to recap on them, feel free. Well, if this is your first time, the Life Reflections through Music, or you come back for another one, this is the channel where we reflect, not react. If this video has touched one person, it could be that you're going through a particularly tricky time at the moment. The encouragement for the video is that what can you learn? Let's make the best and the most of these hard times, absolutely. The clip from Jars of Clay, if you want to recap on them, feel free. Well, that's it for today. So we're continuing on through the J's in this series. We're up to Jason Mraz next time with a song pretty close to my heart, I must admit. So until then, I'll catch you around. Bye for now.